Shout out to Miss and Mr. FSU. Would you please stand at the Royal Court?
If y'all look on the Jumbotron, y'all can scan the QR code and vote Miss and Mr. FSU to be the Mr. and Miss CIAA. So go ahead and pull the phones out, scan the QR code and vote
you
for
can
your
vote
Miss and Mr. FSU.
for Mr. and Miss CIAA. Just scan that QR code on your screen. Voting begins at 9 a.m. Eastern on February 3rd. It's open now, and it will come to a close Thursday, February 27th, while we're in Baltimore for the CIAA tournament. Make sure your vote is counted. Scan the QR code and vote for Mr. and Miss CIAA. All right, so out about 5.5 minutes of game time here. The Broncos 0 for 7, Khalil. You've talked about how they looked a little bit rushed. Luke DeLessio took an earlier timeout to try and draw up something on the whiteboard and get them organized, but credit the Rams right now. They're knocking down their shots. They're playing close defense. How do you try and break through it?
Well, the Rams are definitely playing great basketball as of right now, but they just look too comfortable. I would just like to see Fayetteville State get in them more, just make sure they're uncomfortable so they don't.
Laddie and Bellotti checking in out at the timeout. 20-second shot clock for the Broncos off the inbound. Quick catch and shoot.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, get Kennedy off of his screen, let him shoot a couple shots, and just get the momentum going. So that was a great shot by Kennedy.
Broncos with a much-needed shot that finally gets those students sitting in their chair. Boykin unable to answer. Rebound nearly tipped out of bounds. Saved briefly. Kennedy has it. Now Fletcher hits the brakes, pulls up, knocks it down.
Yeah, and it ends up being contagious. You just need to see the ball go in the bucket one time for the Broncos, and that gets their offense started. 5
Bronco points in a flash. And on the other end, Boykin unable to finish. So 2 buckets and a stop. Exactly, 2 stops, that is, exactly what Fayetteville State needed. Laddie sets the screen up high, and Fletcher commands the offense. Working against the larger Camara. Knifes towards the rim, lays it in.
Yeah, that was a very good drive right there. Quick timeout already for Winston-Salem.
How do you defend against Terrell Fletcher, Khalil? I mean, he has that pull-up move from 17.
Yeah.
He can blow by you towards the rim. He has the leaping ability. You can shoot the 3. I mean, how do you pick the way you want to defend him?
Honestly, you just make him uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Make him shoot what he does not want to intend to shoot. If he wants to shoot the tray ball, okay, cool. You're going to have to beat me to the basket this time. But you're just not going to beat me with what you want to do.
Yeah. Right now it's a game of runs.
Yeah.
And Fayetteville State on a 7-0 stretch themselves. Winston-Salem State has their 9-0 run come to a screeching halt. And now it's head coach Corey Thompson that wants to talk it over with Winston-Salem State. Another look at Terrell going to work.
And right there, just a good move, a good crossover.
Good
yeah. And then doing the Euro step, getting an easy layup. And for him also, he has a good arcing shot that goes over his head, so it's hard to block as well.
Yeah, he's jumping high.
Yeah, and he's been matched up a couple of times against the 6'8" Abu Kamara. Rams center.
Yeah, right now, Broncos going for more half-court set.
Boykin has a silky smooth jumper of his own. He's leading the Rams early on with his 5 points.
Playing some good basketball.
Yeah.
Boykin, the junior, first-year Ram, we mentioned a moment ago, coming over from the Brunswick Community College program. And he put up some big numbers last time around against FSU. He scored 22 points on 9 of 17 shooting and has it working once again tonight against Luke DeLessio's group.
He's going to be an important player that they're going to have to watch defensively for the Broncos. They're going to probably put some different players on him throughout the game. At least I would expect.
Agree.
Yeah.
Fletcher hits the free throw line where he's at 80% on the season. Fayetteville State really takes advantage of these opportunities. They lead the conference in free throw shooting, nearly 83% as a group. Boykin is off, so Fayetteville State can take advantage of some of those minutes with Boykin taking a breather. Wesley Tubbs III has entered the game for the first time, a sophomore originally from Charlotte, North Carolina, out of the Northside Christian Academy program.
Yes, sir. I think Winston-Salem State would definitely look more to Jeremy Dixon's way now since he's on the bench.
Dixon scored the first bucket of the game. A little bit more size to him at 6'4". Fayetteville State down 9-0 to start the game, now within a couple of points. Mekhi Jones lost it in the lane, and a whistle comes in. Broncos thought they picked the pocket.
Yeah, I thought they got him. They just had to hold him on one more time, like for a couple more seconds, but they call a foul.
Second team foul on FSU, and the baseline inbound for the Rams. That Jeremy Dixon, the inbounder, and he goes to Kamara. Jaden Thompson, the sophomore, also from Charlotte. There's Tubbs the third. He runs into Laddie, a rejection.
Good anticipation.
Fletcher speeds up the floor, finishes with a left hand.
Yeah, very good. That's good defense leading the offense going to transition like that.
Yes, sir.
As a guard, you have to be ready to have that ball sent right back your way.
Yes.
Thompson. From inside the arc, Kamara fed down to the post, kicks it back outside. Rams working it around the arc, a three on the fly. Little too strong. Kamara, the offensive board. Thought about a three, closes in, gets it back up top. This is Mekhi Jones, a Durham, North Carolina native, a senior guard. With just 7 on the shot clock, he slipped, and a travel.
But one thing I do love what the Broncos are doing, they're doing a good job with the rotating whenever Winston-Salem's on their offense and pushing the ball back and forth like that. They're doing a good job communicating and just controlling what they can control on the defensive end.
I agree.
Bellotti, Simmons, Fletcher, Kennedy, and Laddie, the 5 out on the floor, with Floyd getting the breather. Zeke hitting the Broncos' first 3 tonight, gives to the leading scorer, Caleb Simmons, the Shaw transfer. Spins in the lane, nearly stuck in the air, and somehow found the bottom of the net.
Yeah, that's a hard shot. Probably should have got a foul in that situation, but that's a hard, good shot.
Playing a little game of Twister and finding a way to get the shot to fall. Broncos now lead for the first time.
Yeah, I don't know about that
foul.
Yeah.
I think he just fell on the floor, right, Khalil?
Yeah. Looked like he just threw his body in.
Yeah.
He just pulled a chair on him.
Mop up a spot on the floor. Here's another look at this Simmons shot, Khalil. How do you make that one fall through? And sometimes you just put it up, right?
Yes, sir. You play through the whistle. You live and die with you. Play through the whistle.
And he put enough force in that shot. He did a good job adjusting his body.
Just enough.
Ducking under the defender, Lorenzo Caldwell records his first bucket of the day. Caldwell with good size and length, a 6'6", 200-pound junior, originally out of NOLA, New Orleans.
Right now, Winston-Salem playing more four-court defensive pressure right now. Broncos able to get through it.
Miles Pierre just removed the shooting shirt. He's sitting by the scorer's table as a three-pointer falls flat for Zeke Kennedy. Rams back to level 13-13. Fun first 10 minutes tonight. Rivalry night in Capel Arena. This is Mason Moore Bryant in the 2 jersey, a redshirt freshman who's back in his hometown, originally from Fayetteville, North Carolina, and a Cape Fear High School grad.
Yes, sir. I played with him, man. I played some team. Look, same move. He's a hard worker, man. I can't say he's definitely a hard worker. He's grooved.
Yeah, only 6 feet tall, but able to battery ram his way down low and finish with that left. Here's a transition foul as Moore Bryant grabs a hold of Bellotti.
Team's favorite. Into the game for the Broncos, number 15.
1,000-point score for Cape Fear.
Yeah.
Moore Bryant,
Yeah, so definitely a local legend over at Cape Fear, which is the program that Alphonse Key, Rams assistant, was the head coach of prior to joining Corey Thompson's staff. Pierre's checked in, one of the Broncos' most efficient shooters this year. Bellotti, the former freshman of the year in the CIAA, gets sent back by Kamara.
Yeah, that was just very good defense. He had just gotten to his spot.
Rams drive in transition and score. Mekhi Jones.
I would definitely like them to slow it down. Like I said, Winston-Salem State is really wanting them to play fast. They're pressing full court. They just slow down. They're going to open up and get everything they want because it's 2 people guarding 1.
Fletcher pulls up in the face
That's a
of
shot.
Wesley Tubbs III and sinks it.
Yeah, that's his shot.
17 feet out. This Rams team, throw their record out. They don't look like an 0-12 squad in the CIAA. They've had a couple of really close one-bucket losses this year against Bowie State and Shaw. But their athleticism jumps out to you.
Yeah, they got good size as well. They got a lot of 6'4" players, 6'6", 6'8".
Quick pass to Camara. Oh, he tried for the head topper and got sent away.
Yeah, that's very good defense, good anticipation.
The Melody plays hard, man.
Fletcher finds his spot.
Look at him, he's in there again.
Bounce. He really does, Khalil. You're not kidding. He's only been on the floor for about a minute and a half and has already worked up a full sweat.
Yes, sir.
We have reached the under 10 timeout here in Capel Arena. We will head to break with them, but first a look at the stats to this point. Winston-Salem State, a very efficient 50%. They're 8 of 16. Broncos have nailed a three-pointer. They're 1 of 3, and we got a fun back-and-forth battle over the first 12 minutes tonight. Stick around. First half action continues next on the Broncos Sports Network. Welcome back inside of a packed Capel Arena. Always the biggest crowd of the season. Rams fans traveling down from Winston-Salem State. Bronco fans here as usual, and we're with you at the table. Andrew Chapman, Wesley Reeves Jr., Khalil Ridges, your commentating crew tonight. Fayetteville State overcoming a 9-0 deficit to start the game. They took a 13-11 lead at one stage, and now the Rams have grabbed the lead right back. So 3 lead changes early on in this game. And head coach Corey Thompson clapping his hands, barking out orders to his offense as a three-pointer and a long rebound is into the lap of Miles Pierre.
Yeah, you already know what I'm about to say, Miles Pierre. He is quick offense off the bench for the Broncos. Yes, and can shoot the three very efficiently.
He's had a breakout season, shooting almost 50% from the floor. The Broncos' best free throw shooter, and out of all the guys that you played with last year, Khalil, Miles Pierre is one that really stands out in terms of just improving his game over one calendar season.
Yes, sir. He's a hard worker, man. He came in and redshirted his first year here. After when he transferred in, he was always in the gym. He wasn't even going to play a game that season was in the gym every day. Hard worker,
Houston
man.
Christian is the drive from Mr. Goodlow falls through.
Like to see him back healthy, man.
Absolutely. Missed majority of last season due to a foot injury and has continued to build himself up and is now a nightly player off the bench for Luke DeLessio.
Yes, sir.
Good rebounder, averaging almost 2.5 per night. Moore Bryant gives it up to the top of the key. 3-point, rims out, and there's Goodlow.
Yep.
The rebound tip from Laddie. Marcus Elliott has also entered into the game for the first time. Luke DeLessio going with the full second unit right now with all 5 starters at the bench. Elliott, a surefire three-point shooter himself, running the point. Now it's in the hands of Pierre. Enters into the key. High arcing shot will fall.
Yeah, very good shot. That's in his range.
Thought he might have been tipped on the wrist. Not the case, and still found a way to get it to go. Averaging just over 8 points a game this season. He's at 44% from beyond the arc. Mid-range working early on tonight for the Broncos.
Yes, sir.
More Bryant's drive and dish. Lorenzo Caldwell wasn't quite ready for it.
Yeah. That was a good look, though. Getting to the going to the drive, looking for your center or your big man, and trying to get him an easy layup. It just didn't fall through to his hands.
A couple of subs entering on for FSU. Luke DeLessio going back to the two of his starters and the Golden Bulls transfers, Zeke Kennedy and Javon Floyd. First-year Broncos coming over from the JCS program in Charlotte. And started every game this season for Luke DeLessio. All 25 as Pierre gets the roll.
Rolled in.
It's a great find, great patience.
Good pump fake, too. Get him up in the air.
DeLessio, all 25. Fayetteville State on a nice little run. They've taken their first multi-score lead of the game, that is, as the shots missed. Kennedy in quick transition sifts a pass over to Elliott. Crisp find inside to Floyd, and he misses the turnaround.
Yeah, just he had that hook shot on him. He just didn't. He went a little bit too low on it.
Here's the dribble from Mekhi Jones. He gets stalled out. Boykin back into the game, halfway down and out. And Elliott amongst the sea of bodies. The shorter guys out there on the floor right now help get that rebound. Goodlow's three off the target. Luke DeLessio didn't like that shot too much. He quickly calls for Terrell Fletcher to head to the scorer's table. There's an unwise put up from Jones. He was contested. And Fayetteville State now going to slow it down. Kind of like you said, Khalil, every time they get a little disorganized, can you scale back, just control the tempo a bit. Here's Pierre for three.
Quick offense, like I said. He comes out. Every game he comes out, and he becomes quick offense for the Broncos.
3 shots, 3 makes, and 7 points in 5 minutes of game time for Miles Pierre. Ripped on the back. Elliott could not get the steal. He sticks with the play.
Yeah, good job sticking to the play.
Broncos push forward in numbers. Pierre's pass tapped right back to him. Sneaky find as Goodlow fakes the shot. Elliott puts up a tray, buries it.
Yeah, very good shot. He took that with patience.
Great ball movement.
It's just a little more fun playing basketball when the threes are falling, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good defense
and
again.
Now steal. Pierre, uncontested, lays it in.
Yeah.
Timeout, Winston-Salem State. The Broncos have rolled to a 12-point lead.
That's a good run by the Broncos. Now they're up double digits on Winston-Salem when it looked like it was going to be a little bit more closer than what it needed to be, but that was a good run. Look at that three-pointer. Very good shot. He took that application. And then the steal by Pierre to get the layup.
It's one of those stretches right now as well where it's not just one player getting it done. I mean, defensively, and then everybody's doing their job on the other end. Pierre's made every one of his shots. Elliott has hit a 3. Mr. Goodlow's making rebounds.
Yeah.
The Broncos' second unit right now that's essentially taking over this game.
Yeah.
And then their second unit is way better than most teams' second unit.
Yeah, exactly.
Because their second unit can play, literally start and play a lot of minutes.
Yep.
Starters all over.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. There's Bronco volleyball head coach China Hunt, who's showing off the jump shot. He's going with the corner 3.
She was playing 5v5 league at the Lily Gym on campus with her team. They have a little 5v5 squad, and she was playing with them, playing center.
She took the Broncos to the CIAA championship game this season and got a pretty good jump shot as well, unable to knock one down, but a little extra time in the gym and it'll pay off. So 4:16 to play, coming out of the under 5 at timeout. And the Broncos have gone on a run, a 16-0 run, in fact, over the last 5 minutes, 21 seconds of game time. This was a 17-13 game not too long ago. And all of a sudden, Fayetteville State dashing away with it.
I think it's because of just their discipline on defense. If you look at the Broncos, look how they're defensively sound right now. They know where they need to be. Everybody's doing their job. And that's every player DSLO puts out on the court.
Boykin front rims a 3. And the drought continues for Winston-Salem State, now just 8 of 22 shooting. Zeke Kennedy off target. Simmons gets it right back.
Yeah, it's good anticipation by Simmons.
Swirls out, collects his own miss, looking for an outlet. Takes it himself, no good. Floyd climbs the ladder. Kennedy with a little bit of contact, no good. And boy, about 5 offensive rebounds on this sequence alone. I lost count.
Yeah, you can just tell who wants it more. They're really battling out there.
Pierre can't miss.
Yeah.
He is
5 for 5.
automatic.
5 for 5 from the field goal range now.
Coach Luka's not going to like that. I think he'll live with it. He's 5 for 5. I think he'll live with this one. I know you're watching this next day, Luke, after this. I know you like that. Okay.
Miles Pierre.
He is feeling it.
Is hyped up.
Man.
And he'll let a little bit of emotion direct itself towards the Winston-Salem State Men. It's okay if you're looking at the crowd saying this is my house, but sometimes the officials, if you're looking at that visiting bench, at least in college hoops, they'll let you get away with it in the NBA.
Yeah, of course, happens here and there.
Well, the technical free throws end what was a 19-0 Broncos scoring rush. 31-19 advantage. But the stats are tumbling in for Miles Pierre. 12 points off the bench. He leads all Broncos scorers. And Coach Corey Thompson's group just trying to gather back a little bit of momentum in this game over the final 3 minutes. Gill gives to the big man Kamara as the shot clock ticks under 10.
Yeah, they have to reset again, Winston-Salem.
Thompson has to hurry up. The runner in the lane falls off iron, and here comes FSU. Fletcher.
Oh, good drive.
Rush to the rim.
Good drive. That's good recognition, seeing that lane open and just taking it.
Yeah, just a big gap. I mean, a red carpet to the rim for Tyrell Fletcher, and he has 12 to tie Pierre for the team lead.
Oh, offensive.
Boykin backs in, commits the offensive foul.
Yeah, because he pushed him, and Pierre was set with his feet.
Offensive foul on number 11, Tommy. That's his third.
You get just as hyped up for a play like that, Khalil, as you do for making a bucket, right? You just created an extra possession.
For sure, and he's grew a lot in that aspect right there. Miles Pierre last year would not have done that. I like it, man.
Well, that's something you were always big on, is just making the off-ball play, right? You might not have the ball in your hands, but put the body in the way. Try and obstruct some way and get an extra possession. As Fletcher
that's a shot.
Is raining it down.
Yeah, that's a shot. He likes that top three right at the top of the key. Yeah, that's his type of shot.
The Broncos are now 15 of 31. They're nearly 50% in the half. And 4 of 8 from beyond the arc. Inside, Dixon tied up in traffic. And a Bronco foul going against Caleb Simmons.
Caleb Simmons, that's his second, team's fifth. Substitution into the game for the Broncos.
Mr. Goodlow, the second-year Bronco out of the USC Upstate program, returns, and the Rams turn to Kyle Ingram for the first time, a 6'5" freshman, originally from Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. The inbounder Thompson, and it's up top with Ingram. Fletcher sticks on Thompson. Now Gill. Shuffles his dribble, puts it up with the left, layup no good. Ingram corrals and sticks it back through.
Yeah, that was good patience by Ingram.
Playing hard, man.
Right away off the bench, Kyle Ingram able to make an impact and got a 15-point game. Rams led for most of the first 10 minutes. Went on a 9-0 run to start the game, but just 10 points since. It's been a 36-10 differential ever since the Rams took their largest lead. High off the glass.
Yeah, he saw a lane again. He was patient with it. He was waiting for that lane. He took the lane.
17 first half points for Tyrell Fletcher. He's on pace to potentially set his new season high. It's 24 points in a pair of games this year, marking his most. From the wing, three-pointer off target, and Miles Pierre rips away the board. Pierre, perfect tonight, feeds a bounce pass. Quickly outside to Kennedy. And a wrangle of the big man. Camara and Floyd got in an arm wrestling match.
Yeah, look at the replay. Yep. Completely holded his arm, yeah.
Fouls on number 30. That's his first.
Officials will actually go to the monitor here and check if there may be anything flagrant with this foul. As we get another look at it, Camara kind of tugs at the chest of the jersey of Floyd. He grabs him on the right shoulder. What do you think, Khalil? Anything egregious there?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a technical. I mean, he didn't have to pull him. He literally swung and then a push after the swung. Like, he swung right here,
and then
he's pushing
the
after
pull and the push. Yeah.
Now, if he would have just swung, okay, I think they would have just called it just regular foul, but he actually pushed after the fact.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
it's a pretty quick review for the officials who got to look at this angle and have already.
It's not a basketball play.
And come to a decision. They're going to have the third official come in and take a look at this.
Kahela Hicks, please come to the right side of the scorer's table. We have your identification card. Kahela Hicks, please come to the right side of the scorer's table.
Well, during this stoppage, while the officials look at the replay to assess the foul, we remind you that at halftime, nothing refreshes you while watching Bronco basketball more than an ice-cold Pepsi. Visit the concession stand, grab one today. Pepsi is a proud sponsor of Fayetteville State Athletics. Officials still on the headset taking a look at Floyd and Camara getting tied up. Floyd had an initial grab that Camara may have taken a little bit of exception to.
Yeah.
Now the officials are coming together, having a conference, and breaking this one down. The Rams tonight have been led by Tyree Boykin. He has 7 points. And now the officials going to the table. And it will be just a common foul as the officials talk to the scorers. And they'll deem nothing egregious. Just a battling for position down to the paint, and everybody will come away cleanly from this one.
Yeah, if he did a little bit more now, then they would have looked at it a little bit harder. But I think common foul is about fair as I can go.
Now, it was the 8th team foul for Winston-Salem State, so a 1-and-1 upcoming for Javon Floyd. Floyd, the Winston-Salem State transfer. A Johnson C. Smith transfer, that is, over from the Golden Bulls program at 69% from the stripe this season, and earns himself a second chance. Leads the Broncos this season defensively with 32 block shots. He has not been asked to score as much a part of the Bronco program as he did with Johnson C. Smith, obviously. It's because you have Zeke Kennedy and so many other guards around you. Luke DeLessio just wants him playing that grind defense down in the paint.
Yes, sir.
30 seconds to go and about a 7-tick difference between shot clock and game clock. Going to work, it's Jaden Thompson. Gives it up to Jones for 3, and it's good.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Good play, good execution.
Kai Jones, a 37% three-point shooter this season, leads the Rams in that category. And now Fletcher with 4 on the timer. Pulls up before the buzzer. Off the front iron, heave at the horn. It came out late. Doesn't matter. And Fayetteville State takes a 16-point advantage into the halftime break. It was all Rams in the first minutes of the game. They went on a 9-0 dash before the Broncos gathered back momentum, settled in, and went on a massive run at one stage to open up the 16-point advantage. They were led by Tyrell Fletcher, 17 points. On the other side of the card, Tyree Boykin with his 7. Rams will need to make adjustments. Stick around for some of our halftime coverage. We'll be joined at the table by a Bronco assistant coach to break down the first half and talk about what FSU needs to do in the second half to grab the win tonight and a series sweep this year over Winston-Salem State. Andrew Chapman, Wesley Reeves Jr., Khalil Ridges, our whole production crew. Glad to have you with us on the Broncos Sports Network. Stick around. It's halftime inside of Capel on Rivalry Night.
We want to go ahead and get a quick shout out to
demonstrating their dominance. They advanced to the NCAA Sweet 16 and the Atlantic Region Championship. The team concluded the season with a record-breaking 29-3 overall record. The Fayetteville State University Department of Athletics will now recognize the 2023-2024 women's basketball team at center court with a CIAA championship ring ceremony. Presenting the commemorative championship rings are Chancellor Darrell T. Allison and Director of Athletics Todd Bennett. Receiving the following rings are CIAA 2023-2024 Player of the Year and Tournament MVP, Anila Bryant, who can't be with us tonight because she's playing basketball overseas. You can cheer Anila Bryant, Nevaeh Cologne. T.J. Eichelberger. Asia Evans. Olivia Evans. CIAA 2023-2024 Defensive Player of the Year, Morgan Graham. Layla Harris. Ashara Hayes. Renaya Holcutt. All-Tournament Team and Championship Game MVP, Kiana McLaughlin. A.M. Amina Miles. Next up, K.O. Kanaya O'Neal. Talia Stevens. T-Squared, Talia Trotter. All-Tournament Team, Nia Wilkins. Daisy Wilson. And we have three the hard way, the managers, Pamela Davis, Kiara Parker, and Aisha Vaughn. Assistant coach, Nissa Chillers. And head coach and 2023-2024 Coach of the Year, Tyrese Brown. Fans, once again, let's hear it for the 2024 Food Line CIAA Women's Championship Team. Can I get an attitude check?
Considering college or wanting to finish your degree? Fayetteville State University is proud to be your smart choice for a high-quality education, nationally ranked degree programs, and an exciting, supportive environment. You will receive an exceptional education at an affordable price. A part of the world-class University of North Carolina system, FSU is an incredible value and a great investment in your future. Visit uncfsu.edu/admissions to arrange a campus tour. We can't wait to meet you.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
Hey Broncos, want a way to stay in tune with the latest FSU Broncos information in the palm of your hand? The FSU Broncos app grants you a customized experience where you can quickly retrieve information about team schedules, game whereabouts, and team history. Easy navigation allows you access to every team roster with player profiles. And on game day, access live game stats, video streams, tickets, and more. Head to your Google Play Store or App Store now and type Fayetteville State Broncos to download the free mobile app.
Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah.
Yes, I can. Doubt, better leave. I wonder what this plan. Pull me, grab me, crabs in the bucket can't have me. I'll be the president one day. January 1st. Oh, you like that gossip? Like you the one picking what gossip.com. Now I got a word for your tongue. How many Rolling Stones you want? Yeah, I got a brand new spirit speaking and it's done. Woke up on the side of the bed like I won. Talk like the wind in my chest to that sun. G5 in the US to Taiwan. Now who can say that? I wanna play back. Mama knew I was a needle in a haystack. Oh, body boy, plus way back. I got a feeling it's a rap.
Welcome back inside of Capel Arena, everybody, on the Broncos Sports Network as we get ready for the start of the second half. Fayetteville State with a strong close to half number one. They're out to a 40-24 lead, and they did it by some bench production and some really good three-point shooting, Khalil.
Yes, sir. I definitely agree, especially with Miles Pierre coming off the bench. That's a great spark for them. He came in ready to play on both ends of the ball.
Now, Wesley, in this rivalry matchup, I feel like you still cannot count a team out despite leading them by 16 at the half. We saw in the first few moments of this game that the Rams were ready to play. They went out to a 9-0 run. They're an athletic group. They have some good size. So what can the Broncos do to try and slow them down even a little more in the second half?
Well, just keep playing how they're playing defensively right now. They're very sound defensively, very good on rotations. They've been able to communicate very well, come off of screens very well, and then overfight that and still come in and defend shots the correct way as well. So they keep playing defensively sound. I think they'll be fine and able to get through whatever Winston Salem tries to throw at them in the second half.
In the landscape of the South Division, these two teams are not necessarily neck and neck as they have been in years past. Sometimes this matchup late in the season can decide who the number one team in the South is. Right now, that's the Broncos. The Rams still looking for their first conference win. They're in 6th in the CIAA South Division. But see what this second half has in store as the Rams try and find a little bit of fight early on. They have the possession to get the final 20 started. And right away, the officials sound the whistle. Isaiah Ray will pick up the reach-in foul.
Isaiah Ray, that's his first, team's first.
And Winston-Salem, they're going to try to play back to what they were at the beginning of the game where they had a little bit of a lead. They're playing very good, hitting some mid-range shots. They're going to try to get back to that. It's up to the Broncos to stop that and stop them trying to make an offensive pour because they need to do it now in this first couple 5 or 10 minutes to really get them back into the game.
Have another whistle, this time coming off the ball. And Caleb Simmons with the shove. It was Tyree Boykin leading the way for the Rams with his 7 points in the first half, so keep an eye on him. He's their leading scorer on the season, number 11 in the black uniform. And on the other side of things, the Broncos got 17 out of Tyrell Fletcher, who's on pace to potentially set a new season high. Has a pair of 24-point games this year to get into the 30s if he keeps it up. Boykin pulls up, cannot drop it through, and Fayetteville State clears it out of there. FSU a very efficient 16 of 34 during the first half. They hit 4 of their 10 three-point shots. And a kick ball will lead to the far sideline inbound Javon Floyd giving it to Simmons.
And I know in this second half, the Broncos going to, offensive-wise, going to try to get Kennedy back into the game a little bit. Only has 3 points right now. Hasn't taken a whole bunch of shots on just 1 for 6.
Zeke Kennedy, a little quiet in that first half. Can't connect on the 3. Ray tumbling out of bounds, saves it, and found Tyrell Fletcher. Steps behind the arc. Rattles out a tray. Simmons, another offensive rebound.
Yeah, very good offensive rebounds. And good save by Ray to get it to Fletcher.
Broncos content to let that shot clock tick under 10. Tough corner 3. And it bounces out of there. Here comes Winston-Salem State. Everybody cold to get the second half started. Boykin sifts through traffic, scores. Nice move.
Yeah. Very good step through to get no contact out of that. Just get a good layup.
We go back in the online head-to-head history dating all the way back to 1988. As far as the websites will tell you, it's advantage Rams. Fayetteville State with a 28-36 record since that point, so trying to get a little closer to the 500 mark tonight. As a whistle on Thompson will saddle him with the foul. Do you remember what your record was against Winston-Salem State, Khalil, off the top of your head? Do you remember wins and losses over your 4 years?
I think I split.
Was it I
think I'm.
Sounds about right. I mean, it really was a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, I think I'm. Like I said, they never beat me here, but I never won over there as well.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it's probably evened out that way.
Defending their home gym. Yeah. Simmons and 1.
Yeah. Need that to get the half going. Yeah, that's good. And 1 opportunity.
And 9 times out of
special right there. Back in with the left, finish with the right.
He has amazing footwork.
Yes,
amazing footwork.
First and 1 opportunity for Fayetteville State tonight. As Caleb Simmons heads the line, an 84% free throw shooter on the season. The first one is the only one, should say, is true. 3-point play for Simmons, and Fayetteville State holding a 17-point advantage. Jaden Thompson working against Fletcher, gesturing to his offense. Nearly lost his dribble, kicks it outside for Jeremy Dixon. Off the mark with a tray, and Broncos corral the rebound. A little bit of air sucked out of the building on the Rams side at this stage. Their big crowd that traveled tonight was really excited about the brand of basketball the Rams played in the first 10-15 minutes or so. Fayetteville State starting to take a little bit of life out of him at this stage, and Tyrell Fletcher misses the jumper. Last touch by the Rams underneath.
I like their poise coming off of ball screens. I'm going to say it's definitely different than how they started the game off. I'm thinking everybody's comfortable. Everybody knows who's going to actually try to get in them on the defensive end. So everybody is smooth now. They're getting the shots that they want to get to their spots.
Yeah.
It was an errant pass that ended up out of bounds, and the Rams will come away with the possession here. And there's been kind of the perfect blend of design plays, but then also transition buckets for Fayetteville State's offense today. A little bit of Luke D'Alessio coaching work combined with the natural athleticism of his guys out there as Ray gets tied up underneath and commits a shooting foul.
They let him establish position, cut across his face. You have to bump him early, bump him off his cut so he can't get to his spot early.
Yeah.
Ray caught sagging a little bit behind the play there as commits 2 quick fouls and takes a look over at Coach Luke D'Alessio. Let Ray stay out there for now, and Boykin, an 80% free throw shooter on the season, knocks it down. Long college journey for Tyree Boykin. He comes into Winston-Salem State from Brunswick Community College, but he also played at UNC Pembroke for his season, started his college career at Missouri, Kansas City. For the Rams, his 4th college program, he's been all over the country playing hoops. Simmons backs in, and an offensive foul. Drove right into the chest of Jaden Thompson.
That's 4.
Picked up the charge.
That's his 4th, too.
Team score.
Yeah, they're going to have to.
Number 3, Mr. Goodlow.
Well, kind of snuck up on the stat sheet there, but Caleb Simmons is going to have to sit for a little while. Good news is Broncos have a 15-point advantage, so might be able to fill his services elsewhere as Mr. Goodlow will get some extended minutes here in the early second half. Guards along the perimeter, and boy, Ray just picked up another one, his third.
Yeah,
in a matter of just a few minutes.
I don't know. They're calling it a little tightly now when they weren't in the first half. I think I'm guessing they're doing that on purpose just to stop some type of physical play. But yeah, they're starting to call a lot of touch fouls.
And he's playing behind him. He can't play behind him at all.
Yeah. Caught behind the play. Rams athleticism. There's the block by Goodlow. They'll call it a jump ball. As the two got tangled in the air, it's Bronco basketball. Jeremy Dixon back up to his feet, thought the whistle was a foul, but instead, jump ball is Goodlow.
Yeah, he timed that good.
Yeah. All ball. Fletcher matched up top against Gill. Switches on to the larger Camara. Pulls up in front of the big man. Swirls out the J.
Yeah, a couple of those haven't been able to fall for Fletcher just yet. Yeah. But he's going to keep shooting them. He's a very...
Boykin with a hovering move to lay it in.
Move. Yeah, very good athletic move right there.
Yes, he's playing with confidence.
Yeah.
Rams lost their top scorer from last year, Galen Alston, as Zeke Kennedy knocks one down. Alston, a fantastic player for the Rams of the last couple of years, but he graduated.
He was playing overseas as well.
Yeah, no doubt he had the ability to play professionally when we got to see him over the last couple of years. But with his departure, Rams were needing that new star presence, and it's been Boykin this year as Floyd, the leading shot blocker on the Broncos, sends it off the glass.
Yeah, that's good anticipation by Floyd as well.
Another three. This time a little short as Goodlow gets it back. Lets it fly. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a little better. Yep.
The offensive rebounding number really stands out. The Mr. Goodlow grabbed the 12th tonight on the boards as the Broncos continue to get themselves some second chances.
Yeah, right now shooting 40% from the three-point range for the Broncos, and now over 40% for field goal as well.
Let's hear it for cheer.
On top of that, 10 second chance points, 10 of the Bronco 49 on second chances. As we have a timeout, Fayetteville State leading by 19, and Cheer 5 Smooth takes the floor.
Another thing to add is that when it comes to conference ranks, the Broncos are top 10 in literally every category. Their self-rebounding is probably the lowest one at 9th, but the Broncos, they're 6th right now in points per game. Right now, 5th in field goal percentage, and also 1st in free throw percentage. This is going to be heavily needed when you get to the tournament because every point is going to matter.
Yes. The Broncos right where they want to be in all the offensive metrics. And they're just over 15 minutes away if they can keep the distance here from sweeping the Rams and winning the season series. Now, the Broncos have the upper hand in at least the last couple of years, on pace to win 4 of the last 5 if they can take care of business tonight.
Yes, sir.
Go back in the all-time head-to-head and the longest Rams winning streak over Fayetteville State, 7 straight games. Meanwhile, FSU has won 6 straight games in one stage in the head-to-head series. But there's never really been a point ever in the full history of these programs where one side is dominated for, a 3-4 year stretch. There's been points where a couple years or so one side dominates, but there's been nothing short of just a couple years or more where these two sides battle it out. Pulls back against Fletcher as Thompson feeds Boykin. 11 matched up against 11 as the speedy Boykin drives down low and lost the dribble. Last touch by Ray and the Broncos. This is Mekhi Jones
Good steal.
Yeah, ripped away from Mr. Goodlow. He's been nice defensively. Quick three. Kennedy can't cash in. And a toe on the line. Rams trying to wrangle the rebound. Give it right back to FSU.
We have a media timeout.
And we have reached the under 15 media timeout. Hey, Bronco fans, Fayetteville Regional Airport is proud to be a sponsor of your FSU Broncos. Just like the Broncos soar to victory, we're here to help you take off to your next destination. Skip the long drive, skip the hassle. Fly Faye for easy connections to top destinations. So whether you're flying in or out of Fayetteville, remember, we're your home turf, supporting the Broncos every step of the way. Fly Faye and go Broncos. Luke D'Alessio doing some easy coaching at this stage of the night with a 19-point advantage. Winston Salem State, a group that, is still kind of figuring out their identity. I was talking to Alphonse Key, right when this team was coming together, former broadcast partner, assistant coach on the Rams team. He said, we're going to be as competitive as we can this season. We know that we're young. We have new guys coming into the program. And we think realistically that 2026 might be that year, but we really start to build some headway, have some second-year guys coming together. It's not easy to build an identity, build a team in just 1 year, Khalil. You think about some of your Bronco teams when you had a lot of new faces coming in. Sometimes it can take that second year under a coaching staff to really feel comfortable.
Yes, sir. Especially the players have to learn the coaches, and the coaches have to learn the players. It's just all a learning process. They're still trying to figure themselves out, but the way the CIAA works, anybody can be anybody.
Yeah. And it's just every year somebody comes out of the woodwork, and the preseason coaches polls a lot of the time don't mean much. There's always some team in the middle of the pack that gets hot and goes into Baltimore with a chance to win it all. Pull-up J for Fletcher, off target. Stick back for Ray, no good. And the Rams wrestle it out of there. Boykin has had the ball in his hands a lot. Pulls up in front of Kennedy, a misfire. Goodlow wants to run. Kennedy the other way, and a one-on-one. Misses underneath. Oh, and they're going to call a foul.
Yeah, I think
like he might have picked it cleanly from Kamara, but not the case.
Yeah, I think Kennedy, he's mad, one, that he missed that angled opportunity to get the layup, the easy layup.
A little shove in the back, maybe.
Yeah.
They get him on there. Miles Pierre back in, and Fletcher leads the way with 17, but boy, Pierre's been one of the MVPs tonight as well. 11 points. He's made every single one of his shots, Khalil. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal. I mean, he's doing everything.
Yes, sir, he is. He's doing everything that Luke asked for him to do.
A guy who could be in just about any starting five in the CIAA, like you mentioned earlier as well. Just happens to have a couple of really good guards on his team as well.
Yes, sir.
There's Boykin trying to command this offense. Puts it on the deck against Kennedy. Shoulders some space.
Good anticipation.
Flies in from behind.
Yeah, Floyd, he's been doing very well all game with anticipating when to go for the block. He's waited for a lot of the opponent players to get to the top of their shot, and then boom, he comes out of nowhere and blocks it.
Yes, sir.
The leading shot blocker this season for FSU. 32 block shots coming in, and
I think he has 3 tonight, doesn't he?
Yeah, thanks.
You can add that into the stat sheet.
Just
registered as it'll be his 3rd.
Yeah. Okay, his 3rd.
Only a 2-second shot clock for Winston-Salem State.
So that means now the Broncos have to prepare for a quick shot and a quick pass as well.
So I think it's going to be a lob at the rim.
Underneath, a foul.
Try to go under, yeah.
Went to Jeremy Dixon. It looked like Kai Jones may try and show in the corner. Used him as a little bit of a decoy, and Dixon earns a trip to the line. 76% free throw shooter this season. Jeremy Dixon grew up about an hour and a half from here in Kinston, North Carolina. Former high school player at Kinston High School, where he was legit all-state first team while at Kinston. But he grew up wanting to be a Winston Salem State Ram. That was his dream school since he'll tell you he was 4 years old. And he has spent his entire career part of the Winston-Salem program, so while there have been coaching changes and new names coming in, it's good to have that one veteran presence who's a Ram through and through, and that's Jeremy Dixon.
I think he'll help him a lot in the CIAA tournament, especially in and out the locker room.
Having that tournament experience.
Yeah, right now Winston-Salem going to a 2-3 zone.
I think they won't be in that for long.
Yeah.
Fletcher peels towards the baseline, throw it away. He's trying to get it outside to Miles Pierre, and Pierre with the foul in transition. Not a bad foul, just his second. Slows the Ram rush, but it was the 8th team foul, so 1-1 upcoming as Caleb Simmons heads towards the scorer's table, and Caleb will check in with his 4 fouls. Luke D'Alessio giving him about a 5-minute break. I thought it might be a little later into the game when we saw Caleb, but they're going to put him out there with 13:20 to go.
I think he trusts his intuition and how he plays defense. He knows he plays sound defense where he doesn't foul.
Meanwhile, you have Kyle Ingram jumping out there. He'll take Dixon off. Here's Jaden Thompson at the line, a Charlotte, North Carolina native, Charleston Southern transfer into the Ram program.
Now they got to get past the full court press. They did.
Simmons backing in, kicks it back up top. Long 3 for Kennedy. Splashdown.
Yeah, that was NBA range when he took that one.
Looks so good when it hits nothing but nylon out of that silky smooth right hand from Zeke Kennedy. Ingram dishes into the corner, high arcing tray off of the heel, and the long rebound corralled by Fletcher. Has Kennedy alongside, takes it himself, strong finish for the rim.
I was about to say he had a wide open Kennedy he could have played the pass to, but he already made the layup.
Here's Thompson, quick jumper. Would not bounce. Fletcher wants to run again. Drives the shoulder and gets upended.
Yeah.
Terrell Fletcher, no doubt, some heavy breathing.
Yeah.
After back-to-back sprints.
Yeah, really pushing the break, pushing the tempo as well. They got a foul out of this one. And look at this replay.
And it's very crazy because me and him have raced multiple times in practice.
Yeah.
But he is way more faster with the ball, which I don't know how that works.
It's like a mentality thing.
It's like he can beat me in a race.
Yeah.
Full court. With him dribbling, I'm running just no ball. But as soon as he takes the ball out of his hand, he's not running.
So you can beat him in the race. If you did the 100 meters on the track outside.
The whole team already know that. The past 2 years, too.
It must just be having a basketball hoop in front of you, driving towards that rim. That's what speeds you up a little extra.
Yes, sir.
Terrell Fletcher, a miss on the second free throw. 20 points and still within a shot of setting a new season high. If he can get to 25, it'll be his new high mark. Here's Thompson. Doesn't have many options. Giovanni Roblejo, who's entered in, big 34. Nowhere to go. Finds Boykin driving, puts it up with the right. Could not get the bounce.
That's good job getting.
Laddie could not corral it either, and the Rams will get it right back. There's Roblejo, a power forward, center, 6'9", 220 pounds. He has good size for Corey Thompson off of the bench. He's a South Georgia State transfer from the JUCO level. And a Lauderhill, Florida native, number 34 in the black, who gets the inbound up top. Ingram off a shot fake. Drives inside on Laddie. Sent it back. And a grab on the wrist on the way down. Ingram pick up the foul. Great defense by Anthony Laddie.
Yep, in 2 possessions as well. That's 2 blocks he got in 2 possessions, anticipating
He's very active.
Yeah.
He's very active. Hands, good hand-eye coordination as well. And he has some springs in him.
Laddie, the first-year Bronco, coming over from the Miles College program. Broncos outscoring the Rams 15-10 in the second half. Took a 40-24 lead into the halftime break, lead by 21. Three-pointer, unable to extend it. Rolling out of bounds, and last touch by Winston Salem State. Ingram came down with it out of bounds. Masson Moore Bryant has subbed back in, the strong 6-foot-tall guard. Takes Boykin off of the floor, so Rams send their leading scorer to the bench for now. They have Wesley Tubbs, the third, back out there as well. Long 6'7" power forward. Broncos run the weave up top and hits with Kennedy. He'll try it. No range is out of the reach for Zeke Kennedy. I'm surprised he hasn't tried a logo three yet this year. Somewhere from near midcourt, do one of those LeBron James heat check type of things.
He's not scared to shoot it.
Yeah, he's not scared to shoot it, but I know it. Coach Luke does not want
he doesn't want that kind of shot. No.
Moore Bryant dances and draws a whistle. Moore Bryant, the Fayetteville kid, as we touched on in the first half. A little bit of homecoming for him from the Cape Fear High School program, and he heads the line. Played under Alphonse Key over at Cape Fear High School when he was coaching that program, and a 1,000-point career scorer. He'll tell you that his favorite NBA team is the Minnesota Timberwolves. Not a bad team to root for these days. Anthony Edwards. They still have Gobert, right? Big center, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. The best free throw shooter on the Rams this season. He's at 89%.
It's concentration.
Cashes them both in. Broncos have no doubt slowed the tempo a bit in this second half, aside from a couple of takeaways and some transition buckets by Fletcher. They're working deep into the shot clock as Fletcher hits the free throw line, knocks down the 17-footer. 22 points for Terrell.
Yeah, just another good shot by him. He loves taking around that free throw range is where he usually try to go to work.
Tubbs. Now Jones keeps the defender on his shoulder, misses a blind layup, and it was last touched by Laddie. Rams will hang on to it with a fresh 20-second shot clock, and we reach the under 10 timeout. Jeremy Dixon was getting ready to check in. We'll go ahead and step aside for a quick 60-second pause. Broncos outscoring the Rams by 5 in the second half. They have a 21-point lead at the under 10 in Cape. Jeremy Dixon has subbed in for the Rams, coming out of the under 10 timeout. 20-second shot clock as Tubbs inbounds to Moore Bryant. He lost it, ran right into the center Laddie. Fletcher speeds ahead, hits the brakes, can't get the roll, and basket interference on Laddie.
Like a replay.
I think it was a clean rebound in my opinion.
Yeah.
Might have, as long as it's coming off of the rim and the ball is not still making contact with the rim. And I don't even know if Laddie touched the rim.
Yeah.
Looked like he touched the net, but another look at the camera right underneath the hoop shows the Terrell Fletcher bucket. Straightaway three. Tubbs can't get the bank to fall.
Now our coach telling them to slow the pace down.
Execution.
Fletcher has 22 of the Bronco 57 tonight. Gives to Simmons, and his three missed by plenty. Rams with a quick transition, a three on the fly, and Simmons tips it out of bounds. It will stay with the Rams. And a sub coming on, Lance Gill, the sophomore from Charlotte, takes Tubbs off. Winston-Salem State has struggled from the floor in the second half, just 2 of 14. They've scored 8 of their 12 in this half from the free throw line. All 8 of their free throws have fallen. Otherwise, it'd be a really ugly half. So they've been able to get their production, driving down low, forcing Bronco fouls as Thompson goes to work, works off the Reblejo screen into the corner. Dixon kind of hitched his shot, he missed horribly.
Yeah, he kind of
thought about it.
Yeah, thought about it. Probably thought about doing a pump fake and trying to drive.
He's up against the shot clock, too.
Yeah.
Simmons from the same spot, same result.
Yeah,
good execution.
Yeah, but it was good shot to take, and he's going to keep shooting it because he's one of the highest percentage three-point shooters on the team.
A misfire from deep as well. Rams come up empty, and they've only hit one three-pointer in this game, 1 for 14. Ice cold from beyond the long line. Fletcher sips a pass down low, the jam by Laddie.
That was a great move by Laddie to recognize, to just drive in, and then that Fletcher was going to find him.
Terrell Fletcher, who is averaging a career high in assists per game this year. He scores a ton, but he also dishes the ball with a nice one. His second. He's at 4.5 dishes per night. So a little bit behind the nightly average, but he's going for his season high scoring total. The shimmy. No bucket. And Fletcher.
He's doing everything.
Yeah, doing very well.
Rebounding as well. You can give him 7 boards tonight. Fletcher does not have a double-double yet this season, I do not believe, but a few more rebounds and he may get there as Simmons misses another shot. A little cold for him tonight, 2 of 10.
God.
And an ugly corner try from Lance Gill. The Rams are just putting up volume right now is kind of where it's at. 5 seconds up the floor, let's get a shot.
I think
that's been their thinking.
For them, they need to go into driving a little bit more, trying to get some contact, trying to get to the free throw line to stop the clock.
Thompson takes it himself and draws the whistle. That's been the way they've been able to score in the second half. Force it right at the Broncos, heading to the line.
Yeah, I think the Rams just need to just try to build momentum right now. Just try to figure out the right lineups, just learn each other. Because if CIAA time come, you can still sneak a win somewhere here and there. But they definitely need to just be together and just together for the most part.
Well, they have 2 games at home to close out the regular season. Of course, senior night as well. The Rams will hope that they can grab their first conference victory over that stretch at home against Shaw on February 20th, a week from now, and they close it out with senior night against the Livingstone Blue Bears. Off a free throw miss, Fayetteville State can leisurely bring it forward, and
almost stolen.
There's Bellotti, sent back by Camara.
Yeah, he had a little bit of an opening. He thought he was going to be able to get a dunk out of that position. But that was good defense.
Jaden Bellotti was going for a season highlight. Instead, ran into the big man. Fletcher thought about it, baits his defender, kicks it back outside. Pierre, still perfect.
Yeah, he's been feeling it all game.
6 for 6. And a 14-point night for Miles Pierre off of the bench. Thompson dishes to the corner. Dixon handles along the baseline and finds real estate underneath.
Yeah, that was a good, strong move.
Only 4 points for Dixon in the last matchup against Fayetteville State. Better game tonight, 6 points, 6 rebounds. Fletcher working against Gill. Falling down, finds Bellotti. And a looping three just barely nicked the rim. Dixon forward in transition, and Rams rush in behind him. Approaching the 5-minute mark in this one as Thompson drives, got stalled out, kicks it back outside to Tyree Boykin, who has returned. Leading Ram scorer tonight with 13, cradles underneath and draws the foul. This will go on Jaden Bellotti. Broncos' 11th team foul, and Rams in the double bonus. And the first one falls for Boykin. Makai Jones returns. And Boykin gets the second to fall. This Winston Salem State team likely going to find themselves in a position in Baltimore. Well, they're going to have to play in that opening day round.
Yes, sir.
To get themselves just into the quarterfinal, where it kind of feels like you're officially invited to the party, right? Most teams get to that round of 8.
Yeah.
You got to play your way into it as the transition bucket is laid in by Jeremy Dixon. So he's starting to take over a bit here in the waning minutes of our ball game. Lob up top, and Laddie with the alley-oop.
Again, that was good eyes by Pierre, recognizing Laddie and going for the alley-oop.
Second jam tonight for the big man Laddie. Boykin trying to keep his balance, hit the baseline. It's Bronco basketball with 4:22. And the media timeout.
If you look at the stats, still near 40% and then 30% from 3 right now for the Broncos. Doing well shooting free throws at 85%. Look at the replay of the alley-oop for Laddie.
That one's got to feel good on both ends, Khalil.
Yeah.
Not only for Laddie jamming it down, but the guard for putting that perfect pass right there to the rim.
Yeah.
We got to finish the lyrics here inside of Capel Arena. We'll let you listen in for a brief moment. Out of our final media timeout, a little finish the lyrics. The Broncos trying to finish off the Rams. 64-43 Fayetteville State, a 21-point advantage as Simmons tries to continue the dunk show and nearly takes out Victoria, our camera operator.
I was about to be.
Man.
Uh-oh.
Is she okay?
Yeah, she good.
Well, great job by Victoria to have the awareness to hang on to the camera. That's the expensive thing.
Yeah.
And Caleb Simmons also helping.
She said, I think she said the chair saved her.
We will be without our under bucket camera for just a moment, understandably, as Victoria settles back in. Took the charge. And Caleb Simmons heads the line, misses the first free throw.
Oh, she might be hurt.
Simmons makes the second, and here comes the Rams. Winston Salem State tonight, 14 makes on 48 shots. Just 4 of 21 in the second half as they've tried to find some open looks, but run into a lot of contested chances. Simmons sticks on the spinning Dixon, but he makes a strong move. Boy, it feels like maybe the Rams should have gone to Dixon a little bit more early in this game.
I think Khalil called that.
They should.
Yeah, they forced Boykin a lot early, but Dixon's been pretty effective at getting down into the post and scoring in the last 10 minutes.
Which they need to kind of get probably some more contact, some more physicality so they can get free throws so they can stop the clock and get back into the game.
Bellotti got caught in the air. Tough shot. Here come the Rams, still wanting to push it. Boykin corrects and sheds his defender. Nice move.
Yeah.
So Rams with a short 4-0 run. Now they turn it over. And they lay it in. Mekhi Jones. And just like that, the Rams on a 6-0 flash to get back within 15.
Yeah, right
Bellotti
now.
shovels. Laddie underneath. Flips it through.
Yeah. Right now, the Broncos going to have to play a little bit quicker with those passes because right now they anticipate. That's a wedgie.
Lob attempt.
Yeah.
It is a stuck ball. Or as Wesley called a wedgie.
Yeah. That's what we call it, a wedgie.
Isaiah Ray heading back in, and Miles Pierre is off. Caleb Simmons has done exactly as Luke D'Alessio told him to when he entered on with 13:20 to go in the half. Avoid your fifth foul. Been able to play cleanly. His bump down low is fought through by Lance Gill. Luke D'Alessio always coaching to the finish, no matter the score, right, Khalil? You can see a little displeasure from him over there on the bench just because of the giveaways and the easy buckets underneath that the Rams have been able to get in the last couple of minutes.
Yes, sir. Definitely easy, and they're turning the ball over. They're doing exactly what they're doing when they started the game off, instead of finishing with class and just finishing the game out strong.
8 turnovers tonight for Fayetteville State. Rams have taken pretty good care of the ball as well with 11 giveaways. Ray hits the baseline, lost his dribble. Laddie scoops up the ground ball and puts it through the rim.
Yeah, he's been doing very well under the basket, Laddie.
Strong night for Laddie. 8 points, 5 rebounds, and a couple of block shots.
Good block.
Oh, another one. Third block for Laddie. There's a foul in front of the Bronco bench. Mekhi Jones tripped up Fletcher. A lot of Rams fans have started to head towards the exits at this point. Fayetteville State fans have even started to head back to the dorms. Some of the students, those in blue, going home happy tonight with a women's 50-point win in the opener, 81-31. They thumped them.
Yes, they did.
The Rams,
played very good defense.
Yeah, and the Broncos, who beat the Rams by 15 on the road earlier this year, out to a 17-point lead here at home tonight. Bellotti gives back to Fletcher. Tayrell working against Dixon, pulls up, can't hit. tipped out to Sutherland. Jammed down.
Yeah. He was looking for that dunk. He's happy about that one.
He subbed on just a moment ago. The 6'9" long man Sutherland out of Nassau, Bahamas, with a late highlight. Sutherland contests the three. Boykin knocks it down.
Yeah, Boykin's been playing good the whole game.
Tyree Boykin with 20 points. As he is once again leading all Rams scorers, as he did in the last matchup against FSU. Now from deep. Oh, halfway down and out. Bellotti gets it back and will put up a three of his own. He got it.
Good shot. He took time on that one.
Luke DeLessio wants to get a couple of more subs into this game. Tobias Shiflett has subbed on. Matthias Billings will also hit the floor for FSU. Get some action here in the final minute of the game. Tobias Shiflett, the Forestville, Maryland native and junior. And a Riverdale Baptist in Maryland, and Matthias Billings, the 6'7" center from Portland, Oregon. Gill forces the pass underneath. A miss by Ingram, gets it back, and Bellotti clears it out of there. About a 1 second difference between shot clock and game clock, and the Broncos can put up one final shot before it's all said and done. Maybe Tobias Shiflett can find himself in the box score. He gives to Bellotti. Swing pass out to the corner. Shot fake, the pull up from mid-range, and a miss. Rams up ahead. Ingram drives, scoops, scores, and one. So a three-point play opportunity before the buses start up the engines.
On the line shooting +1 for the Rams, number 22, Kyle Ingram.
And it's Kyle Ingram. Make sure to stick around following the conclusion of this one. We'll have the head coach, Luke DeLessio, come to the table to talk about this rivalry matchup and our player of the game as well. How about we bring Anthony Laddie to the table tonight, who we haven't gotten to chat with yet this season, but had a great game with his 8 points, 5 rebounds, couple of blocks as well. Fayetteville State with a sweep of Winston-Salem. 73-56, the final score, as the Broncos send their fans home happy. They really never looked back after overcoming the early 9-0